Hi, and Merry Christmas to everybody. This is our Christmas show, our end of the year show for Liberty on Caffeine. Jeff's going to be coming in a little bit later. He's running a little bit behind today. And I just want to start out with, unfortunately, a little bit of a solemn note. We want to say to Tom Herron, our good friend with Up With America, we wish you a great recovery. He's had some health issues that surprisingly came up this week. His family and his friends are all greatly concerned. He is at Grand Strand right now, hopefully recovering, and we hope for a fast and complete recovery from everything that goes on. If you'd like to hear more about Tom's condition and so on, contact us and we'll be getting a hold of you individually as we get to know it, because I truly don't know all the inside information. I respect his family enough. We're trying to keep our distances, let them sort these things out, especially during this time of year. But on a brighter note, it is Christmas time. What a joyous time it is. What is even more joyous is we get to close out 2020, which has been just a bizarre year. We've had this the year of the COVID pandemic, overreaction, shutting down the businesses and things like that. It's just been crazy. They've introduced a vaccine, with no help from any of the Democrats or anything like that. It's just it's been totally a Trump thing. And the Republicans have done all the wonderful things to clear this stuff up. It has absolutely no help from people on the left. It's all been the folks that have been in the middle and not on the right. The left has been absolutely no help during this entire pandemic stuff. And that's a shame. That really is. And we're going to see more of that kind of stuff happening in the future, I'm sure. But we can work around them. We can work through them. And that's what the real good thing is. The other thing that's really just kind of mind-boggling, that it's just the exposure of the totalitarian takeover of our country, media, and society by the misnamed progressives, and which is a shame. To make progress seems like it's a great thing, but if you look at it in any kind of light, making progress is not good or bad. It's not even it's not a thing, really. And so we hope we can progress right now to our summer, but right now we're progressing to Christmas and then and to our New Year's. And who knows what the future is going to bring. Hopefully, it's going to be a lot better than we've had from the come down that we've had from all of the Marxist kind of push that we've had. It's just kind of a weight that's been on all of us in this country. I just do want to invite all of you that want to be on the broadcast today, just go ahead and put into the comments that you want in, and we can send you a link. You can be here virtually. You don't have to worry about getting any of my cooties by getting too close. So you just let me know. I'm trying to do two things at once here. I'm trying to type in and let people know in the comment section. Let us know. There we go. And another thing is that my little dog Ava, the poor thing, takes all this medicine to make sure that she doesn't have her seizures, and now she has been having this awful thing. It's called cherry eye. This little thing. This part pops out of her eye, almost covers up half of it. And it can be dangerous. She could actually lose her sight from it. And so we had to rush her into the vet this morning. She is there now. She is on her way home. She has gel to put into her eyes. the poor thing, it's just one more thing that we're going to have to bother her with, except jamming pills down her throat. Now she's going to have stuff, crammed into her eye, but she's been having some issues with her eyes anyway, as of late. A lot of these things happen because of age, and things like that. But along with that, she's still going to have a great and wonderful, happy and joyous Christmas. How do you like my background? Like that? Isn't that kind of giving you a Christmassy, uplifting look to everything that's going on? We need to have something that's a little bit positive going into all these things. January 6th is going to be quite the thing to look forward to for all of us. That's where we get to see if there's going to be an actual certification from the votes coming in on the Electoral College. I did share with everybody a link that is on the on just my personal Facebook site. It has to do with Bill Richmond, the half Asian lawyer for Steven Crowder on Louder with Crowder, explains on how in our history we've had the Congress have to step in on some of the elections because of the difficulties with the elections that have gone on and certification of votes from the Electoral College. And it's very informative. And so there's still, it's a great check and balance. We need to keep and preserve the Electoral College. Don't listen to anyone who wants to get rid of it. If they're foolish. They don't understand why we have these safeguards put into our Constitution. And it is something that will safeguard us from fraud, from these types of takeovers. If somebody is duly elected, these things will be the check and balances. It's going to be forcing everybody to take a second, third, fourth, fifth. I don't care if it's the 100th look at it to make sure that we get it right. And over the years, we've had more and more sophistication on trying to get these things kind of convoluted. And we don't need to have that kind of doubt going into having our government start out with. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to start off another episode of Liberty on Caffeine. So thank you so much and Merry Christmas.
We want to get it on because we don't get along. We want to get it on because we don't get along.
What up? What up? Oh yeah. Well, here I stand with the mic in my hand, and I will pray to the Lord. I do the best that I can. Cause in a world where possession is a question of a man's word, but we all have the same picture. So I'm sticking around and I'll be dropping it down. I'll be kicking my sound as I just move around. Never quit because it makes my family grow. I'll be just me out of this one more time, and I say, can you help me? Can you help me get the hell out of here? Can you help me? Can you help me get the hell out? One for the money and two for the show. Three to get ready to bust down your door. And it's the one for the money and two for the show. Three to get ready to bust down your door. And hit the boom boom, pack up my crew, guys, so I never ever quit. People hitting like a trap with the boom boom, pack up my crew, guys, so I never ever quit. People hitting like a trap.
Now, thank you and welcome back to Liberty on Caffeine, our Christmas edition. And I just want to let everybody know that the holidays don't have to break the bank for you to think of thoughtful gifts to give to your friends. And oh my gosh, my dog just knocked down the background. Hold on a second. Here she is. How are you doing, baby? There we go. All right, come on. Poor thing. She's got her little bit of cherry eye, as you can see right there. But I just want to let everybody know that you don't have to break the bank to give people some thoughtful gifts. If you go on to Google Books or any of the book things, you can find some fantastic reads to give to your friends and to share with them. And you can get on audiobooks and get some audiobooks for people. Thomas Sowell has some wonderful, wonderful tomes to get out to people. And it's educational, it's uplifting. You can get some history pieces too. If you've got that person who's really interested in the history of the country or just history of philosophy, get the education. I mean, if you don't educate, you die. If you don't learn, you're just not existing. It's not fun. There's no fun in not learning or getting to know something new. And my little puppy's got her holiday reindeer holiday cheer sweater on too, so we're all dressed up in our red, trying to get festive as can be, because we need to have a little bit of uplifting during this time. Lift everybody up, get their spirits going. If you want to join in, please just send us a little message, with us, share, and I'll send you a link, and you can come in. It's going to be a short broadcast. We'd love to be able to share some of your ideas, get some of your hellos and your cheers and so on for just the holiday season. I just want to say that this is going to be a fantastic year for all of us that are trying to fight for liberty, fight for the individual rights in this country, in this state, in the county. I was trying to get in some. Oh, hold on a second. Got to let her down. Wait a minute. If you want to go under, there you go, baby. Trying to make it so we don't knock down our nice little background here, the green screen. But we're trying to get some of these things out to everybody. We have got so many positive things that can get out there. I know that people are kind of disappointed. Churches are opening up. They're having some programs. They're having to be very creative with doing it. More and more churches are gearing up to be virtual and having broadcasts and so on with local churches. It's kind of disappointing that I had heard that some people were chastised for trying to go out and carol. Even though they're doing the social distancing and everything else, they were still getting downgraded for it. If you have friends and neighbors that are doing the caroling, please encourage them to get out and raise their voices to cheer people up and bring those things together. Don't be afraid to share candies, cookies, nuts, and fruits with all of your friends and neighbors. And of course, depending on your situation, and only you know your situation and what type of health concerns and things like that. But don't be afraid to go ahead and meet with your friends and your family, unless, of course, you do have health concerns. Just let the people know. It's an individual choice. It's not something that you have to make as a community or a group, or wait for someone else to dictate to you. Your health, your safety, that's your concern. It's not that of the state or anyone else. It is for you. So let's keep getting that message out to anybody. And we really do have to make sure that this is a time of year that some people can get down. Even without the COVID and everything else, this is kind of one of those melancholy times of year for a lot of people. So we've got to make sure that we as a group of concerned individuals go out and reach out and let people know that we are thinking of them, we love them, we're concerned about them, and that we want them to have a joyous, wonderful holiday and New Year. And they're not alone. it feels like we're being separated and so on, but you're not alone. Everybody is in this together, and everybody is struggling. But even with the best of times, there are struggles that go on. So let's all be positive and joyous in the things that we do have. Most of us are lucky enough to have electricity, warmth, air conditioning, depending on if you're down in South Florida. Our animals to keep us company, to give us love and joy. We've got a lot of things we can be thankful for, and this is the time to give thanks. I also wanted to share with you that my Jewish friends, I wanted to wish them a great Hanukkah season. Ben Shapiro had a great little video explaining Hanukkah and the religious significance of Hanukkah. And it is a deeply, deeply significant time. Let's see. Hi, Will. Need a working link, please. Okay. Well, let's do the invite to him again. And Messenger. Sorry about that. I sometimes don't understand why my links don't work sometimes. There we go. There it is. Hopefully that gets out to Jeff. He should be joining us shortly then. I would hope that comes out to us. Sorry about these little glitches that come through. StreamYard is a wonderful, wonderful application and program. I sometimes wish I had a third party like some other people I know that use StreamYard. Will have them do the production stuff while they are just behind the microphone and doing. I don't have a lot of people that have that type of time and commitment that they can actually jump in and do that for me. But who knows? Maybe in sometime in the future we can do that. Let me see if that works here. And this is really, and again, I apologize. It seems very, very unprofessional and clunky for me to do that. Takes me to an old episode. Okay, try that. Okay, I think I have a problem with my my StreamYard where I send the link directly through Messenger. It's not giving them the correct link evidently, so I have to cut and paste, which is a few extra clickies and so on. So we're getting to it. We're getting around it. We're getting to learn it. It's new. It's wonderful. And here comes Jeff now. Here he is. How you doing, my friend? Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, you bet. Well, I was just sharing with you. How do you like my background?
Awesome. Looks great. How do you like mine?
Yeah, very very white Christmassy.
Yes, thank you very much. Put a lot of effort into it this year.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I've got my "Wake Me to the Holidays" or "When the Holidays Are Over" shirt. I'm full into it, full on. Again, I did a little bit. You probably missed it at the beginning. I did address to people about, let them know about our good friend Tom Heron, and our thoughts and prayers going out to him. We've had a lot of people who've had some close friends that have had some health issues at the late portion of this last year, myself included. I've had some issues myself, but thank goodness I'm fully recovering. As you can tell, I'm getting to it. The beginning of the year, I'm going to be back at work at full speed. And again, more stuff to be thankful for. And this is great news. I want people to not be melancholy, not be disenchanted. We have a lot of positive things that we can do and will do in this year coming up. And I want people to take this time of year to take a breath and really get the chance to share and celebrate with people without fear. Everybody can take care of themselves as far as they know what their physical capabilities are, where they're, if they're immunocompromised, they let their friends and family know, and everybody can respect that and protect themselves. So I don't want people to, just cloister themselves, keep themselves inside. I want them to get out and meet with people, have fun, just really enjoy themselves this year. And we're talking about, you and I we're always talking back and forth about great reads, things to look at, things to exchange with people. You gave me a great idea coming up, not for this Christmas, but in the future Christmases. There's a product that's coming out that's the Wise Cam version 3.
Yes.
That's out. I've been looking at the videos ever since you sent that to me. It's great. It's affordable, $20. It has night vision, indoor, outdoor,
High
1080p.
definition, 1080p, and the upgrade from version 2 is color night vision, which is a dramatic improvement in the quality of the video.
And the speaker microphone on it sounds great. Yeah.
The product was developed by former employees of Amazon, if I remember correctly, and they actually quit to sell this product. And as far as I can tell, it's the most affordable and quality, highly rated so far as quality that's on the market. The only drawback to it is that you have to pay for a service annually or monthly to record more than 12-second snippets and remove the cooldown between the motion detector sensor, being able to detect another motion. So there is a slight annual fee involved with it. But, for example, they have the version 1 and 2 still available. One of them's battery powered and will cause a 6-second delay on recording as the camera fires up after a motion is detected. And they have an indoor version that's powered by your regular outlets that doesn't have the sensor or the delay and starting, because it doesn't have a battery to save. And I think the version 3 is also going to be AC powered rather than battery powered.
And it has a wider aperture than version 2.
10% wider, yes.
A little bit of a fisheye to it, but that's still good. It's still a positive for it.
If I'm not mistaken, by inserting a SD card, you can also make it a standalone unit and power it off of a cigarette lighter adapter. So it could also be used for, say, dash cams in vehicles and in other places where, as a standalone unit. Of course, you wouldn't have access to the cloud storage, but you would have the 32 or 64 gigabyte SD card to use. So it's a good quality product. People have been using the indoor version and encasing them in protectors and putting them outdoors for quite some time. I looked at the possibility of solar and battery power for the battery, so that you wouldn't have to disconnect them to charge them, and that became quite expensive. So it's really not a good option. But my suggestion would be to go ahead and wait for the version 3. Understand that it does require a power outlet, and that for the price, you really can't beat the quality of the equipment.
Well, even version 2 has wonderful things for $20. I mean, it's great. So it's a great option for people to look at.
They also offer a version 2 swivel cam, so that you can rotate it up and side to side, 360 degrees, and up and down. So you can actually increase the field of vision by using one of those. I think it's a 3-second timer for a full 360 on that.
Okay.
So, and that's a $30 unit. The wireless does require a base to be purchased, but normally I think they're $20 or $30. You'll get your first camera with the base. Supports up to 4 cameras for like $30 or $40 total.
So again, you really wouldn't nobody has to break the bank in order to come up with some real thoughtful gifts to come out.
You can add a sensor to any camera's USB port and put door sensors and window sensors off of the unit as well. And those are very inexpensive. So it offers the company offers more than just the cameras. And the quality of the product for the price it's pretty much unbeatable across the board.
It really is. It really is. And we've also had some ideas for people to get reading to their friends. You can do it now. You don't even have to go out and buy the book. You can just you can buy a PDF or a ebook version. Send them the link with a thank you. Audiobooks are very popular. I do a combination of both reading and audiobooks because it is it's so relaxing for me at night before I go to sleep to pop in and listen to a couple chapters. Right now I'm going through Thomas Sowell's book on Marxism. And it's great. I go a couple chapters and then go to sleep. After 5 nights, I've finished the book. And it's great. These are great options for people to continue to expand their minds, to grow a little bit and understand the world a bit better, just with some knowledge that comes through.
I didn't really want to, of course, with it being the holiday season, get very heavy into politics. But, one of the keys to liberty happens to be education. And so by improving your knowledge and your education, you only benefit yourself and everyone around you. I mean, there's not a better gift that can be given to anybody than knowledge, to be honest.
Very true. And that's why this is a huge blessing that we've got oh my gosh. I've got
You're losing Christmas.
I'm losing Christmas. My animals have knocked over the green screen background. Hold on a second. And I am going to see if I can recover here.
While you're doing that,
I might just have to give up on it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't have time to recoup it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my poor little puppy. She just came back from the vet, and her she can't see very well now out of her left eye because she's got the cherry eye. So we're having to take care of that a little bit. So
one of the things I kind of wanted to mention,
change a few settings on here so I can take this off and go back to none. Here we go. Yeah. Gets the resources a little bit better here, so I don't make sure it doesn't look for the green screens. I can turn off all those other things that go along with it. But
one of the things
as you can see, there's a big difference on there. Peter Callbacker. Hey, Merry Christmas, Pete. We just wanted to say Merry Christmas to you. He said education, reading, video podcasts, it's all good. If you want to join us, Peter, and you've got a cell phone with you with a camera and microphone, or if you've got your setup for your laptop or something, go ahead and give us a shout out and we'll send you a link to get in. We're probably only going to be on for another, probably going to be on for just about another 15, 20 minutes at the most. But and let your friends know that we're broadcasting. It doesn't look as Christmassy now, but it is our Christmas show. We want to wish everyone great holidays. I also was sharing that Ben Shapiro had a video up kind of talking about the religious significance of Hanukkah, and it's always refreshing to see that. I grew up in Wisconsin, outside of Milwaukee. We have the Golda Meir Institute that's there. Always had a very close knit Jewish community that's there here in Myrtle Beach. We've got a great Jewish community that's here. I guess you'd say the watering down of their holiday has been a real issue that I've always been kind of concerned about. And he addressed it and kind of countered this Kamala Harris video that came out. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but hers was all about light, and all this other stuff, which had little or nothing to do with the actual recognition of the Maccabee struggle of that's concerned with the with Hanukkah. So again, education. People have to learn and understand the things that are going on.
One of the things I wanted to kind of
what are you going to be doing for the holidays?
actually it'd be a very small affair, staying at home with the family. So it's going to be enjoyable though. That's what matters. One of the things I kind of wanted to touch on today was the fact that, you know, this is a Christian holiday, and it's to celebrate, unfortunately, the passing of Jesus and the sacrifice that he has made for all of us so that we could be forgiven. And it's had an impact on the world, specifically on America. We spoke earlier, I put a link in about the relationship that John Locke and William Penn had, and their role in creating many of the laws that were basically the prototypes for what we live in today. So before our republic, there was all two-class systems almost all the way across the board. People inherited their divine right to rule, and other people inherited their divine right to be subservient. The Christian philosophy has brought more freedom to the people in this country and in the world than any other philosophy ever created. It was called the most sublime and most pure by the founders. Okay, so like I said, I don't want to get too political, but we do have a lot to be grateful for. The liberty that we achieved, and thanks to Christianity and the philosophy, is beyond anything that has ever been seen in this world before. You know, and that's one of the things I'm very grateful for, and that's why we're here to explain that we're losing these things. You know,
yeah.
And we're losing the founding philosophy, the culture, and the basic science behind even basic accounting and math. It's been destroyed, you know, and it's frustrating that we've been given these gifts and that we're not using them to our advantage to continue to secure our liberty and happiness, or pursuit of happiness at least.
True. Well, I just want to remind people too that throughout the county, the state, the cities, wherever you are, the Toys for Tot program is Toys for Tots is presented by the Marine Corps Reserve. It's they've got the little boxes and stands out everywhere. The donations have been slightly down this year. If you can, if you've got a couple extra bucks, if you've got little plush toys or something like that that a child would love to have, please go out and get those to the donation centers. I know time is running out now. It's the 19th. I think the last collection day is going to be tomorrow or the next day. It depends on your area, I guess, because they do need to have a few days to be able to get these things, collect them, and then do the distribution. Some people may have already done the collections and distributions already. I'm not sure. But Toys for Tots, always a fantastic thing. Again, this is, even though it's the Marine Corps Reserve, this is something that's completely outside of government. This is something that has been done on volunteerism only. This isn't something that's government sponsored. There's no tax or government money that goes into it. It just happens to be former government employees or active government employees through the military that are involved with this, and non-government employees that are involved. These are all people that are volunteering their time, their love, and their efforts to get this out, to spread the joy throughout all the people that's
Yes.
in here.
One of
And
the
simplify, Peter.
One of
Go
the
ahead.
things that I think discourages charity these days is the fact that there are so many seemingly charitable companies that do so little with the money they receive. There's
Mhm.
actually a website, and I wish I could think of the name of it off the top of my head. It's considered the Consumer Reports of charity, and it ranks them based on the amount of money that they bring in, how much they use to market and advertise to receive these funds, how much of it actually goes to the people that they're trying to help in the end. And you'll
Yeah.
find that some of the larger ones are not necessarily the more responsible. So if the reason you're not giving is concerned that your money isn't being used properly, then just head over to the website, Google I think something Compass, if I can remember. And it's like the Consumer Reports with ratings and reviews on all of them. So you can be sure your money goes where you intend it to, and feel more confident that your charity is actually helping people in the end.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And charity doesn't have to be just to strangers and organizations. You can just reach out to be charitable with people in your own community that you know uh, right next door. That's the great part of it. Another way is just doing it through your church and or your synagogue or whatever religious affiliation that you might have. But this is the time of year to do it and to be giving, loving, um, uh, to be gracious. There is nothing unconservative. There's nothing that is unliberal in being charitable, in being loving, giving, and throughout this time. None of these groups, none of these identity groups, none of these political groups have a leg up on the others as far as being able to be joyous individuals during this time of year. And that's what's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't wait for Christmas, folks. If you're Christian
Yeah.
and you want to help, do it year round.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people in the community that could use improvements in their lives and help reaching those goals, and are willing to do what's necessary, put forth the effort to get there.
And we know that it's more
Provide the
challenging.
opportunity.
It's more challenging
Yeah.
now than ever before because more and more of your income is being, extracted through taxation, extracted through fees, extracted through false participations in, whatever things that you have to have. You have to have, insurances in order to participate in certain things. These things are all things that rob us of our individual incomes and make it more and more difficult to be sharing and giving to people. And so my contention has always been the people who are the least thoughtful about the community and about the fellow man are those that want to tax and distribute.
I don't know that they're the least thoughtful. I think they have good intentions.
Intentions are good. Yeah.
They fail to understand the process and that the results don't equal the intentions again.
Yeah. And they're usually unintended.
Back to the multi-decade, multi-trillion-dollar war on poverty without any measurable results.
Yes.
And the increase in the spending has not increased, and it hasn't produced any measurable result.
No.
So let's stop giving our property, our earnings, our money to the government. They're having it taken by force, and them do nothing positive with it. And let's put it in our pockets. It's estimated half your income goes to taxes because you have not only property taxes, income taxes, sales tax. You have hidden tax on gasoline and a lot of other purchases. You have sin tax on cigarettes. They tax and tax and tax. You don't even know it half the time. So let's say you had that extra 50% income in your pocket. You could provide a better education, a better college for your children in the future without them going into debt, knowing government. And you have the money in your pocket to give to the charities to help and to give it to ones that are efficient and effective because the government's neither and it's not going to be.
That's
And
true.
that's part of the beauty of the Christian religion is nobody needs to force you to help others. You do it out of the generosity of your heart and your concern for fellow man.
Absolutely.
People are concerned right now. Business owners that have money set back from years of productivity are not coming up. They don't know if they're going to open next year or 2022.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
know when they're going. So everybody has doubt. We're coming in with a president that has, if he manages to get into office, that is pretty much guaranteed increased taxes and regulation for trade deals and social programs that are unsustainable and we can't afford in the first place.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fear out there. But if you think it's bad for you, imagine somebody who has been working their whole lives, couldn't build a nest egg, and can't work today, who's
That's true.
capable and willing, but the government is forcing them to not. And
Okay.
they're creating an entire group of needy people that aren't needy out of ineffectiveness or laziness. It's by force from the government, guys.
hmm
It's the same thing they use to take taxes. So let's try to give if we can. Let's try to help those because there's more of them today that are undeserving of their position. There are people out there that say I'm going to be homeless and that's how I want to live my life. That's their choice. We can't help. You can't help that person.
That's true.
But the man with 3 kids who's worked his whole life and the government tells him he can't work tomorrow or today or yesterday or for 6 months, pull him out, guy.
Yeah.
Help their children. Help their children.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I just want to say that you and I have been working on some fantastic shows coming up. We're going to be coming back on January 9th because we're going to just take a couple weeks off for the holidays. The first Saturday in 2021 is going to be on the 2nd. A lot of people are going to still be recovering from the New Year's. So we're going to be coming back on January 9th, and we're going to have some great shows coming up. We're going to have things that are going to be talking about local politics when we're kicking off the new year. And it should be some fireworks, some new New Year's Eve fireworks coming out on January 9th. I think it's going to be interesting. I hope people tune in. And also, I hope they have a chance to hit our link, go to porcupinepundit.com, and please, I want to thank the people who have contributed. We absolutely would love to have people share the love with us a little bit so we can up the quality. We hope that in the new year we're going to be able to get together and not have to do this kind of virtual back and forth. We can get together in the same studio or in the same space. We also want to do some man on the street stuff. We want to go out and actually get to meet and talk with all of you that's out there in the public. And we hope to get more people across the country that are involved. We've already talked with our good friend Bobby Pugh down in Florida. We've had a chance to speak with our good friend out in Kansas City, Kansas. We have got a lot of people that are so interesting throughout this country, have a lot of things to say and share with us. And if you are one of those people and you want to be with the show, please contact us and let us know. That would be our Christmas present, is to get to hear from you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And these local news that we're going to be covering, the local government, is going to be looked at through a little different light than most people. The same information, people who follow local news will be familiar with the information that we're presenting, but maybe not the way that it's being presented and the actual effects that the people may not be aware of. So I think it'll be an interesting and fun show.
2021, we're going to have a very, very good Liberty on Caffeine. So I hope everybody stays tuned. That'll be our present to you. All right. Merry Christmas.
join in views. You're present to us. That's all I ask for this year.
Yeah. Well, Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to you, Jeff. Happy New Year's to everybody. Tune back in to us on the 9th. I hope to put in a couple clips and things like that as comes about. Jeff probably will do the same. We'll put in some little teasers and tidbits, but join us. We hope everybody has a wonderful, happy, and glorious Christmas and New Year's. Take care, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks.